Welcome to Meshmen Studio and the Mori channel. So we're gonna continue with the bump material today on the asset. So I prepared some stuff here. But first off, let's take this coffee together while people come into the live stream. So if you see this on the rerun, make sure to hit the subscribe button, because then you get notified when I go live or if I release other type of tutorials. And here's the asset. So, and also, you know, when you hit the subscribe button, there's a bell notification on YouTube, and that makes it easier for you to pick up when I release something. So yeah, that's a good one. And let me type something in the chat and see if it's working. So if you see this, you can type. Hello. So the chat is open and hopefully it's working. Yeah, let's take a look here. So let me so I'm thinking about starting to add some kind of, so I started to set up bump on this, but it's very, yeah, I haven't really worked on the bump that much, and there's a lot of strange things going on with the bump here, as you can see. So I want to address some of that, and so let's take a look at what I have done. So here in the node graph we can see, if I scoot this over, I have these green bake points. So I took everything and baked it into bake points, because now everything upstream of like the color, the roughness, and all of those channels doesn't get evaluated, so it's gonna be easier for me just to tweak the bump. So the bump is also now cached over there in this node here. So yeah, we have two people in the chat. Hello, you're welcome. So yeah, or not two people in chat, there's two people here. So if you can type something, just make yourself heard. Type a 1 or a 2 if you can hear this. So my goal is to start to work on the bump for all of the materials and see what we can get. So the bump is actually this, the bottom node here is my bump setup. And also, since the last time I set up here, if I go to shaders, my AI standard here, so I made a preset. So this is something that you can find in the extension pack. You can make presets. So if I delete this AI standard here, for example, it's gone. Let's see if this works now. I haven't tried this before. This is the first time I do this. And I save the preset, so it automatically remembers what the name was of the channels and hooks it up. So it's automatically a hookup. Let's see, I'm gonna take this. One thing with the Mori node graph is it plays stuff very randomly, and yeah, Sometimes you have to hunt down nodes, and it's not easy to navigate either. Foundry, please take a look at navigation in the node graph. It kind of sucks. Sorry to say this, but yeah, it does. Let's see. I would like to be able to have a node, and so to move more freely and scoot around easier in the node graph. It's kind of, I have to take it in steps. There's other packages that does this much better. So Jens is in the house. Hello, Jens. So yeah, let's see here. It worked. We have the materials. Let's take a look what we have here. So I want to dissect this. Yeah, there's a lot of things that needs to be done with the node graph. And let's see. I can't really recall what I was doing here, so I want to go back to my base metal and see, did I actually make a material for this, or did I just have to recall here? Oh, I have stuff, so jump to radio connection. Let's see where it is. I don't have it mapped here. Let's jump to radio. Okay, here we have it. Okay, it's this one. So it's very simplistic. So I guess it's, yeah. It's gonna rename this. And what was I doing here? Yeah, so this one I don't want. I'm just gonna make this actually completely unscratched. I'm just gonna make it gray constant because I think I just made some tests here a while ago. Let's reconnect this. There we go. And so there we have that. Gray, that's fine. What's happening here? Nothing. So I'm gonna try and paint, what was it called again? Painted metal. I'm gonna make a gray constant here as well. Let's rename this. So Jan say, hey Peter, actually they always create new nodes at the center of the node graph. Yeah, pretty far away. But I would like it to be able to to have some kind of smarter way of adding it, because for example, if I import new... No, I don't think it creates it in center, because if I make a lot of new channels, they go sideways, and with each channel I create, the incremental, it adds percentages between each channel. So if I make a lot of channels, they end up taking a huge space. I can see if I can demonstrate that. Let's just create random channels here now. Oops, I have a lot of strange things going on. Let's see what happens. Channel test 1. Where is... Let's make... Let's see what happens. I've seen this before. Okay, so test 1 and focus. Where is it? Focus channel. And there we see there's test 1, test 2, test 3, and the actual, it keeps increasing a bit between everything that's created. So if I would create 10 more, the last, let's see what happens. I'm not sure what kind of it's very funky how where it placed them, and it goes like, where is this test 5? Can you see the nose there? So I'm not sure exactly. Probably some kind of center, but doesn't feel like it. Anyway, because they get stacked further and further away somehow. Whoops, did I delete something accidentally there? No, I don't think so. Okay, so let's take a look what we got here. Okay, this is... Okay, it's a paint, doesn't even have connected there. That's funny. Let's make... Let's make a transmitter now. Maybe I should make a bookmark here as well now. So connect to transmitter, I want this one. and I want this mask. Let's see. What do we have going here? I'm gonna see what... Okay. So that's what's going in there. Oh, there we go. So let's go back and see that it works here. Yeah. So I want this to be slightly above the original base metal that was 0.5. I just want something that's kind of like 0.5, or I could actually make this 0.5 and go to my painted metal here and actually make this slightly below 0.5. So it's scratched in, so we'll imagine that the painted metal is the base for this, and everything else goes slightly in. And let's take, what else do we have? Rubber. Yeah, rubber. Interesting. So about those, I think I actually reported that it was something funky going on with how they place the nodes, but yeah, I guess I have to reiterate it because I was at work importing a lot of channels and making it, and I ended like in the end when I did like 10 or 20 channels, some of the channels was like zillions miles away because I made them in one after the other, and as they individually increment between them, the distance between the last two nodes was like silly. It was super far away. So there we have something. So I guess this one we have to take a look at how we should treat this. So I guess I want kind of a medium gray should be the norm, and I guess this one maybe is correct. Let's take a look at the rubber. Do I have a bookmark for the rubber? Let's see, did I make that? Which one was the rubber? Must organize this a bit better. Ah, there we have the rubber. I don't think I made rubber bookmark actually. Let's stick it in here, here somewhere. So I like to have a backdrop around my bookmarks so it stands out, makes it more visible where my bookmarks are in the graph. So it's down here, I guess. Just gonna go through this and take a look how I balance this. I guess those one can be quite brutal there. This one was the I removed that to tweak down the wear and tear on the actual occluded areas there. Okay, let's say that that's okay. I think I have to go back. I wanna emphasize this. Okay, what do we have here? That's rubber. Same goes for the alloy. So I think I will do some kind of procedural tiny piece of like some kind of scratched bump on this as well. So let's see, alloy material, here we go. What did I have going there? Nothing special. Gray constant, I think I will start with that here as well. Aha, I didn't. What did I do now? I think I was messing with the wrong one there. I didn't do any bump here. Let's remedy that. And let's name this alloy let's see here. Selecting backdrops is a pain in the butt. Ah, come on. It's just annoying how it works. Let's take my Wacom. Transmitter. Alloy. So let's go and see here what we have set up. I think I'll scrap this because this one was I reconnect it. Okay, there we go. Yeah, okay, so now that's working. Just gonna see here. Disable. Let's see what happens if I say overlay. Yeah. So let's take the red material. Just gonna see here where it, if I set it up correctly. Did I map the jump? I don't think I did that. Yeah, there we have. So this one, that was, yeah. I want to do something funny with this. I will probably add this one into there. Let's see, yeah. Maybe I should invert it as well. Oops. Come on. There you go. Now let's actually take a brightness lookup. Let's take luminosity as well. Just when I have something that breaks that bump a bit. Come on. Yeah. So that one is set up. Let's see, I think I should have some... Did I have metal scratches on this one? I don't think so. Let's see, a metal mask. I think I have... should have stuff going on there. Let's see. Yeah, it's not much, but I have to hook it up. Met mask, yeah, let's go there. At least I can prepare so I can make more stuff. So we have this one. I want to say another radio node. Connect to transmitter metal mask. So let's hook this together. So I want to take my metal mask and invert it like so. Add it together. Let's hook this up. And multiply this one. Why not clamp it to be sure? Okay, so now if I paint on the metal mask, that should be set up correctly there as well. Just to check that it's working. Yeah, we have, whoops. Have stuff going on there. Oh my god, I'm panning around. Yeah, so that's the metal mask there. So I could do some better job there, but so okay, now the holder here. I wanna make sure this one is set up correctly as well. And let's go back and see what we have. First off, I want to check, it's probably this. No, I think I already set up a mask for it. So I just need to hook up this. Jump to regional connection, there we go. Bump. What's this? Absolutely nothing. Occlusion, I'm not sure why I'm using that. Ah. Okay, interesting. So I have a mask here. I don't want to use some occlusion on this one. Okay, let's go back again. Okay, so that's set up. So yeah, then I want to add some interest because yeah, I want to add some micro scratches or something on this one as well. So go back to this one. Let's see, did I have can make a new tileable. Let's take something. Let's see what that makes. So, how's everyone's day? Not sure if that's a good pattern. Looks more like let's see what we can get. Overlay. Yes, want something very subtle here. So let's go and see now. Yeah, we had something going on there. And this one was, this is the decals. Let's see what we have here. Yeah, I think it's the decals. Let's see. Yeah, it is. So I have to make a proper bump out of that. So I think I will steal some of this. Let's see what we have. Yeah. Take this one. Okay, so there we have all the decals is white. So let's see what we can do here. I should name this as well. Whoops. Again, backdrops is kind of very hard to use sometimes. Radio. So we have a question. Have you done roughness map of specular? It is a roughness map. So what I have done in this shader is the roughness is, and then I have two specular face and edge gain, because I use a Renderman shader that has you can set it to physical or you can use it as artistic mode. So artistic mode goes from 0 to 1. So let's take a look. So I use this shader. Let's see. Renderman. Let's see. Learn. Renderman for Maya, shading, Pixar surface. So this is the shader I use. So what I did in the beginning, I was deving materials, and this is the face and edge color. So if you look at the specular, so we have the edge, and face color in artistic mode. You can map them with colors, or it can act like a slider. So if I would hit 1 in face color, it would behave like a mirror essentially, and the edge is the grazing angle. So usually there's a little more in the grazing angle than the face. And physical, then you have IOR settings as usual, and I use the roughness as well. So that's what I mapped. So let's see here. This one, I just want to add tiny bit protruding here. Like it's been glued on or something. So, and I don't think, well, I might add some dirt. I can just make it super tiny, like it adds a little bit as well. So let's see what we have here. At the moment I don't have anything. It's just a dirt mask. Yeah, let's just add like a tiny. So I might make a more complex bump out of this in the end later on. So have the dusty stuff will not be as aggressive as the blotches here. So, but I'm gonna make it uniform now. So dirt. I'm not sure if I make a bookmark for my dirt. This is my it's very simplistic there. Gray constant. Let's make a transmitter again. Name it to something clever. Dirt bump. So we should have it here. So this one I want to add with overlay. Let's see, overlay. And disable the... So this is a strange thing that's happened in the latest version. There is a thread, you can fix this somehow with some color settings, but I haven't really done that. So when you work with a channel like this, like a scalar channel, and you use overlay, traditionally if you take 50% and overlay it with 50%, nothing should happen. So the merge node by default has color space enabled, so if I have two overlays, now this I could use this to advantage in a sense, but to just do like this. But essentially this is the behavior I expect. Like I have 50% and I use overlay, so it shouldn't do anything. So yeah, there is some workarounds you can mess with. I haven't done it, color config files and stuff, or you can disable the node. This is the tedious way to do it. I think it's just in the node graph this happens. Somehow if you use channels, this is not gonna be an issue for my understanding. Maybe you can clarify more, Jens. Do you remember this? If you're still in the chat. What was the case of this? Okay, so essentially I just wanna go here because I'm gonna build later on with all the metal masks. I want more for the blotchy parts and stuff like that. So first off, I just want to add a fraction to this. Just gonna see if it works. If I hit, yeah, it works. But it's gonna be something very slight here. And then I might add yeah, exactly as Jens said, it's only works when you have a proper channel with layers that you haven't set up yourself. So I'm not sure this I'm not sure if it's just now with the later versions of Mario this happened, because I can't recall this happened before like 3.3 or something, 3.2 at least. I'm definitely sure that it didn't happen earlier than that. So I want some of these splotches here to be more aggressive, so let's hunt down here and see where we have those splotches. For example, this I want to protrude. So I'll switch over temporarily to the Q&A so people on the rerun can see Jens' answer here. About the node graph and the scalar and stuff like that. So it should be visible, I think, for people in the rerun. And I'll go back now and hook this up into the bump, the drips. So I want those to be even stronger. So I want to use a radio transmitter for that, so it's synced. Yeah, it's weird. It just I just have to, but I'm not sure if it's only for the blending mode overlay or if it's other modes that has the same issue when you work in this. But overlay is the most obvious when I see this happen. So let's say blotches. So I want to add the blotches here. Whoops. There we go. And let's connect it to what? Didn't I what did I do? Ah, interesting. Radio didn't rename it. There we go. Connect. Yeah, there we go. So I wanna add this as screen. Now it's gonna be a fraction more than the underlying there. So I guess I have to add the splotches up to the tires and more places, but yeah. So let's go back to the color channel and see now what we have. Should be something that looks like, if you give it a second. Yeah, so there we go. We have a tiny bit and we have even more there. So I can add more of those, the dirt, maybe another layer of dirt from my masks as well. So I have like 3 different depths of dirt, the more brutal blotches and medium or high frequency, and dust is gonna almost be like no bump at all. So let's take a look now here in my, if I go there and disable the bake point node, because it's or let's do it like this. I enable it again so we can see the difference. Let's take the AI standard. Okay, so this is my baked crap, whatever was there before. Let's see what, if I disable this now, what happens. After a while. So what happens here is, I think there's something, it shouldn't be like this, but my project was made in an older version, so something in 3.3, if you have a asset that was created in an earlier version, selection and sometimes going through shaders I've seen is kind of a little buggy, so potentially I should have created this from scratch, but I already started before I knew this. So let's see here when it's updated here soon. I guess it has something to think of now, because it's a lot of bumps. So just give it a second. Or I have to pre-bake this, I don't know. It should be able to do it. I think it's extra slow because of this scene that's kind of a little whack. Just give it a go. This was very slow. Come on. Oh no. Come on. I'm not sure how to abort this. I should have baked the bake point there. Maybe if I do this. To see if I can trick it. So while it bakes, what should we do? Just give me a second here. Yeah, so I would like to get this asset cleaned up from the old crap, but I'm not really sure how to do it. So I guess I have to go through with this. And it's really fast but as soon as I use the bump, it just goes really slow if I have a lot of layers, and that's usually I can work a lot better, but I think it's something in this archive that's gone bonkers. So its baking is 50% of the MIP map, so it should soon be baked, and then it should go faster to display this. So 80, 90, 100%. And just give it a second. Come on, little bump. This is getting, I'm not sure if it's my Morris gone wonkers, because I should be able to do this. Sorry about this. Yeah, it's very strange at the moment. Okay, it's disabled. Here we go. Sorry about that. So let's take the shader now again. Yeah, here we go. Whoa! What the fuck? Something is... let's see what's going on here. I wonder if it is the bug with... if I now go to the shader... No. So, yeah, there we go. This is one of those strange bugs. I think it... so Mori has an issue with you go from in shaded. Sometimes your viewport doesn't update in this version. It's very freaky. And you don't really know what... I think that was what's happened. So let's see, go to bump. And tune the weight here. Yeah, so at least it's a start. So now everything's set up. So now I can start to tweak the individual materials and can preview them. However, as this scene has something strange in it, I think I have to pre-bake, so I have to visualize it, what's gonna happen, and then I just bake the bake point. But we can see the bump is working here. We can see the text is protruding a little as I wanted. The splotches is a little more protruded than the rest. So that was also what I was intending. Yeah. So I guess I have to work these up a bit and also add the dirt into the scratches there. That's something I'm planning, and a lot of extra blotches and stuff onto the actual tires there on the dirt mask. So yeah. But yeah, that's kind of what I was planning to do for today. So if you have any questions, this is the time to say it. And yeah, there we go. So next time I will export my maps and hook up the bump as displacement or something in Renderman and see how this will render and what I have to do next. So yeah, let's go to Q&A. So this is for people on the rerun. This is the chat, and thanks for hanging out with me today. Thanks Tigran and Campi and everyone else that's been on the chat. And let's go to the end screen. Thanks for hanging out, and if you see this on the rerun, this is my channel, Meshmen, and consider subscribing. So hit the bell notification so you get updates when I have a next live stream. So Sunday again, Sunday is the big one. This is I plan to do around 2 hours of texturing each Sunday. And yeah, thanks for hanging out. Thanks everyone. See you on Sunday, and happy painting.